Boom, boomy, boom, boom. Where is the bollocky blasted thing? Where's it gone? Margaret!
There's no need to shout, Adrian. What is it? I'm still clearing out the spice rack. Did you know some of them are dated 2003 or even older? Before we even moved here, look at this chili powder.
Well, look, never mind that. I've lost the sodding email.
Has it gone off, do you think?
Well, I suppose if I shut the lid and switched off the power it might have, but I hadn't.
That chili powder, oh, for goodness sake, let me see. You must have opened another window.
I swear this isolation has addled your mind. What are you blithering about, woman? Look, emails arrive through the ether and can pass through bloody walls, so they can pass through bloody glass.
Just click on that little icon at the bottom, you know, the one that looks surprisingly like a window. Anyway, why you wanted to set up this Boom meeting is beyond me, and most likely beyond you too.
Because our smart aleck of a son said it would be easy. Everyone's doing it apparently while this pandemic is on. You know, getting in touch with old friends. Anyway, I knew that Windows thing. I'd just forgotten. Look, haven't you got something useful to do, like baking or something?
You know your trouble, Adrian.
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
You think just because you're a man, you automatically know all there is to know about technology. You think it's in your DNA when you're born, like map reading.
Not that again.
Yes, surprisingly, there's more than one seater. There's the one in Devon, where we had booked a holiday caravan for 7 days, and the one in Cornwall, where we absolutely hadn't.
Yes, all right. Anyway, it wasn't my fault. It was bloody faulty sat-nav that Mark bought us for Christmas. I bet he bought it on eBay. Oh, yes, I'm in. Told you I could do it.
A computer is only as good as its programmer, so they say, dear. But what's that?
What's what?
That popped up in the corner of the screen. It looks like a skull and crossbones. It's getting bigger. Why is it playing?
I have no idea. I don't think so. Look, I'll just fix my bit in the middle and...
No, stop, Adrian.
Oh, bugger! Oh. Boom, bloody boom. Shake the bloody room. Right, you bastard. This time I'm in control. Just a couple more clicks.
Who are you talking to, dear?
Oh, myself. I felt the need for some intelligent conversation. Why don't you go and dig up some more of our perfectly manicured lawn in order to plant some more completely superfluous potatoes? Because, my love, in case you hadn't noticed, the supermarkets are overflowing with potato-based items, as well as having a surfeit of just about everything else. Even toilet rolls. And they're probably made of potato too.
Well, this self-isolation has certainly not improved your temperament, nor our marriage. In fact, if it goes on much longer, potatoes won't be the only thing I'll be planting in the garden.
Oh, look, Margaret, I've done it. I'm in the boom room. What time is it?
10 to 3.
Oh, I'm early. I wonder who'll be the first to join in. Reckon it'll be Charles. What if I don't recognise him? He's probably changed a lot.
Of course he has, and so have you. It's been 40 years. I don't know why you want to meet up with your old drama school friends anyway. Surely if they were real friends, you'd have kept in touch over the years.
Oh, you don't understand the artistic mind, dear. It isn't mundane and ordinary. Keeping in touch all the time is really not important. When you learn and work together in the creative arts, you form a bond that can never really be broken. You live for the moment, in the now. My old friends will certainly understand.
Old being the operative word.
Oh, you're just jealous because I have friends.
I have friends, real friends. We meet every week at Gino's for coffee and cake.
But not for now. Not for many, many weeks, and not for many, many, many weeks to come, if this damn virus has anything to do with it. No, Margaret, digital is the way forward these days. And for those of us who have that need, who are sociable and gregarious, artistic, we must find an outlet. We must communicate with the outside world or die. After this, I may even join that Facebook thing.
Well, what was it you always said? Social media is for non-entities, sad wannabe celebrities with no talent and a distorted opinion of their own importance.
Yes, but in these difficult times, I've come to realise its value to the creative mind.
You're an accountant. I don't believe they encourage that sort of thing in accountancy.
Well, it's true. Before I was thrust unceremoniously, no, make that ceremoniously, into the slavery and penury that is marriage, remember, I was an actor.
You played the dame in Panto at Reigate for 3 seasons.
I played the lead in Mother Goose one year. I headlined. Get it right, woman. I knew you wouldn't understand. This enforced imprisonment has simply aroused old longings in me.
I wish.
Look, you're deliberately misunderstanding me, but I don't expect anything more. How can someone who is perfectly content at home raising Mark and little Karen, although not so little these days, it appears, since the only thing she stockpiled was Mars bars, but as I say, how could you, someone perfectly content, whose dreams were fully satisfied, know the pain, the deep urges that I sometimes felt, the craving to release my talent and let it explode onto the world of theatre? Oh, if you had only witnessed my despair in the dark of the night.
You should have said, dear. Henley Operatic are always looking for new members. I could have asked Sheila. She says they're so desperate for men, they'll take anyone.
Oh, amateurs, it's not the same. Oh, look, it says connecting. Look, someone's joining me. It actually works. Look, it says Hillary. Hello, Hillary. It's me, Adrian. Hello? Hello? Hillary? Can you hear me? Look, it's me. I'm waving. No, she's gone.
Just out of interest, how many have you invited?
Oh, loads. Mostly from an email group that Tarty Marty set up a few years ago, but it's died a death, I'm afraid.
Has it occurred to you that might not be the only thing that's died a death in the meantime? You are all getting on, you know. And who's Tarty Marty?
Oh, well, she did a few exotic films, you know, after drama school. Nice girl.
You mean erotic?
Oh, where is everybody? It wasn't easy getting an extra equity card in those days, you know. Look, haven't you got more kitchen cupboards and drawers to excavate or more plants to slaughter?
Not really. It must be a measure of how genuinely bored I am. I'm slightly curious to see these people you say you were so close to before we met. The ones you've hardly mentioned since.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look as if any of them are going to turn up anyway. Oh, no, wait, look, it's Charles. Charles, I knew you wouldn't let me down. Hello, Charles. It's me, Adrian. Adrian Cook. Why can't I hear him? Do you think he can hear me? It is Charles, isn't it? Says so, but it's quite hard to tell. I mean, if it is, he's really not aged well at all, has he? Look, he's really thin and, oh my goodness, he's not got any, he looks like a skeleton. I can't believe it, Margaret. He pinched all the handsome leading man parts in the old days, you know. Wish I could hear what he was saying.
I think it's just as well you can't, dear. I believe it's a long list of expletives and some very unpleasant references to your character. I knew that U3A Lit reading course would come in useful someday.
Good God, do you think you can hear me? You're just joking, Charles. You know, a bit of banter, eh? Remember how we loved a bit of banter? Oh, great, look, Hillary's back.
If this bastard thing doesn't work this time, I am chucking it out of the fecking window.
Yeah, Hillary, how lovely. I can't quite see. Can you see if you can turn your video on? There's a sort of camera thing underneath that I think it's not a very clear picture that I'm getting at the moment.
If that fecking Steve Jobs was alive, he wouldn't be laughing all the way to the bank. Not with this stuck up his...
Hillary, it's me, Adrian. Look, you're not on screen. Can you? Oh, blimey, she stopped talking again. Oh, blast. Oh, there she is. I wonder, does that look like? It's not a very good picture, Hillary. Is that her cat? Oh, blast, I can't make any sense of this.
I don't think she can hear you, dear, or see you, and I don't think that's her cat. She seems to be facing backwards.
Yeah.
Charles seems to be saying that there's a little red microphone you have to click on to get the others to talk to you.
Really? Where's that? Oh, is it this one? Oh, why can't they make these things more obvious?
Finally!
Ah, hello, Charles. Sorry about that bit of banter earlier. I take it you can hear me now?
Unfortunately. What's this about, Adrian? After all this time?
Well, I just thought with these difficult circumstances, it would be nice to sort of, renew old friendships. Especially we old thespians. We're a dying breed.
Some of us, quite literally. Anyway, I thought you were an accountant.
Well, yes, sadly, due to unfortunate life events. Yes, I was, but my heart has always remained in the theatre.
Unfortunate life events?
Who's that?
Oh, that's my wife, Margaret, but she'll be leaving in a minute.
Your wife. She has my profound sympathy. Let me have a better look at the long-suffering lady.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I'm not really dressed for company. I've been in the garden all week.
I bet Adrian has dressed for the occasion. Has he gone so far as to put on a bit of slap?
No, but that may well be coming his way later. Now, I really do have things to do. Nice to meet you, Charles, and have fun.
Well, she seems lovely, Adrian. And she seems to have you sussed. Oddly, I can still only see the back of Hilary's head and nothing else. I do hope hairdressers are amongst the first to get back to normal. She's missed a few bits.
It's probably best not to mention it. Hello, Hilary. Hello? No, still nothing.
Well, this is fun. Who else have you asked? Have you heard back from anyone?
Well, Marty, of course. It was her original email group.
Tarty Marty. She's done all right for herself, I believe. What about Rosie Buchanan?
Well, I did send her an invite, but she hasn't replied. Too posh, probably. She married that film star. Oh, what was his name? Oh, I do have a problem with names these days. Oh, and dates. Oh, and faces. Did you have a bit of a thing for her back in the day?
A lifetime ago. I'm married now.
Oh,
It was fairly recent, 3 years ago.
that's nice. Hey, it wasn't that Chrissy Meadows, was it? Oh, you remember, we used to call her the school bike.
Actually, yes, it was her. We met accidentally at a premiere in the West End, and it was love at first sight.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry, Charles.
Of course not. I'm winding you up. Surely you know I'm gay. I thought everyone knew back then, even when it was barely legal. My husband's name is Billy, and he's nothing to do with the theatre. Thank the Lord. He's an electrician. He's 28 years old, and before you ask, we are blissfully happy.
Hello? 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 Can anybody hear me?
It's like being at a bloody séance.
Yes, Hilary, it's me, and it's Adrian, and Charles is here as well. How wonderful to hear you. Look, if you just turn your camera around, we'll be able to see you too.
Can you hear us, darling? Click the little red camera thingy at the bottom of your screen.
Of course, I'm not deaf, nor am I an idiot. Good evening, Charles, darling.
Hello, Hilary. You look amazing, darling.
For my age, go on, say it. I know I'm quite a bit older than you, but it's not all about youth, is it?
It is in Charles' case, actually, eh, Charles? But I'll let him tell you all about that. Oh, look, someone else is joining. No, they're not.
hope
Yeah, oh, yes, they are. No, they're not.
I do hope it's Marty. I believe she's been in some rather juicy scandals in her time.
That was Marty on the phone. She says if she never sees another tablet that doesn't contain happy juice, it will be too soon. Apparently she's flushed an Amazon fire down the loo.
All right, thank you, dear.
Well, that's a shame. Was that your wife, Adrian? I'd heard somewhere you were married, and children too, so I've heard.
Yes, 2, and 3 grandchildren.
How about you, Hilary, love?
Oh, married to my career, I'm afraid. No, it's just me and my Siamese cat, Tacky.
Oh, I'm sure she's a sweetie.
Mhm.
I thought you gave up the theatre anyway, after that film. You know, the one that bombed worse than Waterworld? And that's not easy. Didn't you play a killer carrot?
I don't need reminding, thank you. It was indeed the end of my acting career. But actually, it was the start of a really new, exciting career for me. I'm a travel writer now, you know. Though unfortunately, I don't go abroad anymore. The insurance costs when you get to a certain age are quite horrendous. So I find plenty to do in England. And I can quite often take Tacky with me if I want to. We're getting quite well known. Oh, I went to an absolutely wonderful barge trip on the Kennerton-Avon Canal. Oh, I'm self-publishing, so if you'd like a copy.
Oh, of course, yes. What's it called, Hilary?
Travel with my pussy.
Oh, lovely. Listen, there's something I should just warn you about. You know I had to reschedule this meeting last week. Yes, well, do not, under any circumstances, if you get a skull and crossbones appear on your screen, do not, I repeat, do not click on it at all. It cost me 500 quid to get it fixed online. In fact, if it wasn't for a very helpful gentleman from Microsoft by the name of David, I'd have had to buy a new laptop.
You didn't fall for that, did you? It's a scam.
What?
Surely you've come across that sort of thing before. Weren't you an accountant?
Well, yes, I was, but, after I gave up acting, of course, but, my secretary did all the computery things, and I rarely use the laptop these days. Just a bit of family tree research, stuff like that,
That's what they all say. Just remember to delete your browsing history, darling.
There speaks the voice of experience.
What do you mean, browsing history? Oh, that's strange. It says connecting, but there's no name or picture. I guess they're having problems too. Hello, mystery person. Can you hear me? Hello, friend. Who goes there?
I do hope it's Marty. Do you think she's fished out her tablet from the loo? She was always such fun.
Hello?
Hello! We can't see you, I'm afraid. Who are you?
Why don't you guess?
Oh, a game. Lovely. I really like that. It's definitely not Tarty Marty, unless she's had a sex change.
You mean like Ronnie Kohlberg?
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten about Ronnie. Wasn't he in that shampoo advert?
He was, blast him. She made a better woman than I did. It's bad enough competing with all those tall, beautiful blondes. But when you have to compete against the men as well. Really. Oh, she calls herself Florence de Winter now. I saw her in a pub theatre play, something about mice, about a year ago. I didn't let on I was there. I have to admit she was rather good.
Didn't any of our year make it into the big time? You know, maybe under a new name, stage name, a pseudonym?
The closest I got was doing that infamous Danish bacon advert. Please eat me. I'm so young and fresh, and I really don't mind.
No, you weren't Gertrude, the cute piglet.
The very same. But I was rather too cute. Sales fell off a cliff afterwards. Vegetarianism tripled in popularity. There were TV interviews and articles for weeks. So I suppose you could say, in a way, I've had my moment of fame.
But no one actually knew who Gertrude was.
Of course not, darling. I'd have been ripped to pieces. I had to wear that bloody costume all the time. I even had to put up with Lorraine Kelly fondling my rump while they discussed vegan sausages.
Well, I suppose, Lorraine Kelly.
And to think no one ever knew who Gertrude was. Until now. Just we few. Oh, I'm in awe.
I feel privileged.
What? Oh, come on, mystery man. Tell us who you are. Your voice is so distinctive. It reminds me of someone, I don't know, someone I think I knew quite well.
Try pressing that little red thingy again, Adrian. The one that looks like a camera.
It's at the bottom of the screen.
Yes, I know. No, nothing. Oh, look, at least give us a clue.
Oh, I like this game. Are you, tall?
Not particularly. I'd say average.
What colour hair? Originally, of course.
Well, dark, quite long, a bit of a wave.
Oh, I'm sure I'd have remembered you.
Are you still in the business? Do you still act?
Oh, yes.
Look, I'm sure I recognise your voice if I just put my finger on it.
You have a very good speaking voice. Received pronunciation, we called it. BBC English. We all had to speak it. Does anybody remember Mrs. Cox's elocution lessons? How did it go? Barbabo or something. Oh, God, my memory.
Bo. Ooh! Don't worry, Hilary, love. None of us has the memory we used to have. I can't remember a shopping list these days, never mind Hamlet.
Oh, I loved your Hamlet.
Thank you, darling. And I will buy your book.
I am so sorry to interrupt. I have very much enjoyed listening to you all reminisce, but I must go.
Oh, is it that time already? That 40 minutes has simply flown by. But you can't go without telling us who you are.
Wait a minute. I've got it. It's Lawrence, isn't it? Lawrence Haley.
Lawrence Haley?
In the year below you, Lawrence Haley. He of the big muscles and thick thighs, long dark hair.
Oh, yes. That brings back a few memories.
You went on to do quite well in musical theatre, didn't you, Lawrence? I saw you in Starlight Express on tour in Richmond. I'd recognise those thighs anywhere.
Hang on. The Lawrence Haley I remember couldn't sing a bloody note. Look, we've only got a minute left.
Come on, play fair. Are you Lawrence? Tell us what you're doing now. Is it telly?
I must apologise. I think I've misled you a little. I am currently acting, but unfortunately not on stage. I am presently working in a call centre.
No shame in that. I did it myself a few times between jobs. Believe me, acting skills come in useful when you're trying to get some old dear to part with a pension. I'm not proud of it, but it was for my art, just until the next part came along.
Look, I'm pretty certain you're not Lawrence Haley, he of the big muscles and thick thighs, and a voice like a cat with a strangulated hernia, because I remember him and he had a broad Yorkshire accent. So who the hell are you?
Okay, my name is Kareem Ahmed.
I don't remember a Kareem.
Nor me. What you hear while you in?
I don't remember the Kareem Ahmed. But your voice is so familiar.
I'm afraid we only actually met last week, Mr. Cook, and you probably know me better as David. And whilst indeed I very much enjoyed your reunion and your company, I've enjoyed even more installing ransomware on all your devices. You really should upgrade your security, you know. Good afternoon to you all. Boom!
Good afternoon. What's happening? Where have you all gone? Margaret, I've got something to tell you. You might want to put the shears down before you come in.